What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of DevTalks with your host Travian, and we're back with another episode and video on what's new currently in tech. So this video, Tesla has shown us a bunch of new updates. I don't know if you guys have seen the iRobot memes, comparisons and stuff, but we're gonna be coming to looking at what Tesla has revealed recently because it is funny. iRobot was one of my favorite movies growing up, and some of these stuff that they're releasing looks very similar to stuff in the movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a good Will Smith movie and whatever. But let's go see what Tesla has to recap about some of these new releases. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I really appreciate it all. And let's just dive right into this.
Welcome to the Wii Robot Party. As you can see, I just arrived in the Robotaxi. The cost of autonomous transport will be so low, you can think of it like individualized mass transit. We'll move from supervised full self-driving to unsupervised full self-driving, where you could fall asleep and wake up at your destination. The vast majority of the time, cars are just doing nothing. So what would happen if you have an autonomous world is that you can now turn parking lots into parks. Something we're also doing is inductive charging. The Robotaxi just goes over.
Okay. Hold on. We have to go over some stuff right here. First of all, there's a reason why it's going to be cheaper. This is the reason why it's going to be cheaper for people. Before we get into this thing that's actually insane for a car, like, let's just pause real quick. Go back to what he said about it being cheaper to travel. That is strictly due to not having a driver be there. That's why it's going to be cheaper. One, it's electric. They're probably going to have some charging plant for them to all go to when they're low battery and can't do enough trips. And most of them will be unsupervised. So the only people who get paid on these robo-taxi cars are the people who will be supervising the vehicle while it's driving. That's the only other time. That's the only time. But if it's not, you know what that means? Nobody has to tip. What do you need to give the car a 5-star rating for and a tip to get on a platform? Imagine Uber and Lyft just using Tesla robo-taxis instead. You don't have to tip that driver. You know how many people do that stuff as a living or to get some extra money in their pocket? It is insane the amount of people to do that. And this will literally take a bunch of them out of the market for people who are comfortable using it. I think it's going to take a while for people to get really comfortable using something like this, but you have to really get comfortable using a car that just drives itself and you can just sleep in it. You have to be really comfortable to do something like that. And I don't know if our society is ready for that yet, but if you trust it, let me know in the comments, because I would have to take a few supervised trips before I go ahead and okay that. All right, but that's just me. That's just me personally. The next thing on this that's completely insane: wireless charging for a car. Let me see if he gives any details on how long it might take to charge and whatever first before I'm just super amazed in this.
Over the inductive charger and charges. The Optimus robots will walk.
Okay, he did not. There's another charging thing. It probably is too short of a video. It probably won't have any details in it, but having the ability to sit there and charge your vehicle, just back it up, wireless charging. It don't even need one of the plugs to be in a certain area. Imagine you can go to a Tesla charging station now, eventually, with your Teslas or EVs, and instead of you worrying about how long the cord is and all the other stuff, you could just back in a wireless charge. One thing that's always been bad about wireless charging and how I know it won't work and they won't bring that to consumer vehicles is because the wired charging already takes a slow amount of time. You're already wasting a half an hour of your day if you go to, hey, you drove somewhere and you need to find a charging station. Half of your day is gone. Easily. I mean, not half your day. Half an hour of your day is gone easily because you have to get it to about 80%, depending on where your battery level is kind of at. I figure you're probably going to go charge from somewhere around 20 to 30%. You don't want to risk it too much. You might not get to a charging station if you get really low and you don't want your car to die. I wonder how many people's cars die while they're driving and how that works out. But wireless charging, as we know with our phones and everything, wireless charging has always been slower. It's just a fact. It's just always been slower. So these wireless chargers, I don't think they're going to be any faster in any kind of way. That I think these robo-taxi stuff are going to just have some huge garage and charging plant that's going to require so much electricity and grid. I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla bought a nuclear plant or whatever to be able to fuel all of this stuff in the future. You're going to need a lot of energy to charge stuff like this, especially if you want to bring this to every commercialized city and have people using it all day long, 24/7, and try to automatize like living in life. That's what's really going to be done. He said we need to take away parking lots and stuff. So where are these cars going to park then? If you don't need a parking lot and you just have your cars drive you, whatever, they're going to get stored in some other lot and they're going to get charged that way. That's just how it is. And I'm curious because these cars obviously aren't going to be driving it all day along, picking up people. I wonder if they're going to leave the lot, come pick you up, and then go back to the lot and charge. I'm trying to figure out what the process would look like, but that's what seems to make the most sense for me for that. But I honestly think that's actually something that really shows some innovation, showing something where you can wirelessly charge a car. Like we do it with our phones and other stuff, and we've just been on the cusp of wireless charging and how can we make it better. I don't think it's going to be good enough anytime soon. It might need years of development before it's really going to work, but
Walk among you. And what can it do? It can do anything you want. Oh, and what happens if you need a vehicle bigger than a Model Y?
This is the vehicle that looks like the iRobot one. I think I saw the iRobot movie creator say that he was going to sue Tesla for stealing designs because of how similar they were. I'm going to try to find a comparison thing after we get through this video real quick.
Model Y. I think it's going to be a glorious future. With that, let's party. Rage.
Is that all you got? Beast mode.
This is awesome!
Look, and then it stops. That's the point.
This is amazing! The future is now!
Yeah, so that's Tesla doing that. Like, you even seeing some of his Tesla robots bartending and things like that. Like, Elon is trying to paint a world where a lot of people will be replaced off of this stuff. Like, there's a thing with bartending where you get to have that socialization part with another person. Having a robot there really kind of takes that away, I feel. Like, it doesn't, this other video is not informative at all. It looks like this is the charging. It's only 15 seconds. So that's about the amount of power, like an hour. If this is correct, I guess this gives a little bit of information. So an hour to charge to about 85%, because that's when it left. It said charging complete at 85%. If you look at this and kind of give you a little gauge, starting at 35% with the power, this will tell you how slow it is. Right here, you can see charging complete. That looks about 85% right there. 90 at most. And that's where Tesla's, you're supposed to charge your batteries up to. So an hour of charging time is not good at all. Like, that is not good as far as like normal people driving an EV that has wireless charging. It wouldn't be good. The only way it'll be good is if you're like, you have that in your garage, in your driveway or something like that, and you just wirelessly charge there. I would probably say keep it in your garage. That would be the best place. And iRobot comparisons. I want to show this image if I can find it. Here we go. Can I make this bigger? Can I make this bigger? No. Hold on, let me zoom in real quick. Gotta zoom in. Sir, what the fuck are these pop-ups? Get these pop-ups out of my face. I can zoom out just one bit. Alright. So, if you look at here, right? iRobot character? Robot? Tesla. I mean, if you're trying to make something look human, it's going to look close to these regardless. But then you look at like the Audi from iRobot, and then you look at this. Tesla, they were trying to say that he stole. But this is really the biggest thing right here. This used to carry a bunch of robots. This is a much smaller vehicle, but it's like these futuristic designs they try to say he copied and whatnot. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these Tesla reveals and all this automation stuff. Are you really worried about this automation? Are you worried about this automation taking your career possibly from you? Or do you think it's something that's fun? I'm trying to think about what other skills and things that people would do in place of this stuff. Like, you need to find ways to create other jobs. What other jobs would people start going into when they start getting replaced by robots like this? But without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with all your friends. I really appreciate it so much, and peace. See you next time. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to click the video that pops up here or wherever on the screen. Thanks.